Imagine trying to land a joke about how another island is garbage on the stage of Madison Square Garden. I've lived here in the greatest city in the world for quite some time now, and let me tell you, there's garbage everywhere. When they built this place in the 1700s, they didn't plan well. So now there are just piles of garbage on every street, even the rich ones. Even you'll walk past mansions, garbage piled in the street, because there's nowhere to fucking put it. And hundreds of stories creates hundreds of bags of garbage. Not to mention the audience, we're all from Staten Island, famously where we put all our garbage. So yeah, not gonna land that joke, especially coming right after the national anthem. And also, I don't know if you know this, there are more Puerto Ricans here in New York City than there are in Puerto Rico. And quite frankly, Puerto Ricans are more fucking American than anybody else. When I was in the Army, in 2007, Fort Sill, Oklahoma, there was an entire company of dudes from Puerto Rico. Other states were putting up 5, maybe 10 dudes. There were like 60 of them coming from that tiny island. And a lot of them didn't speak English. And they were learning it from the Army so they could serve in the Army. Do you have any idea how obnoxious it is to learn anything from the United States Army? Imagine learning a language. They condensed 6 months of EMT basic national registry training into a 6-week PowerPoint course that they expected all of us to pass before we went on to the next part, which condensed even more medicine and into an even tinier space. And they were forced to learn the most complicated language outside of like Mandarin so that they could then learn how to do all the tactics and marching and all the other bullshit. So it took them twice as long, and it was twice as hard, and there were like 8 times as many of them. Fuck anybody who talks shit about Puerto Rico. They should be a state, if that's what they want. Folks like me shouldn't decide island politics. But they're Americans, goddammit, and they serve in the military, and that makes me like them automatically. And he blamed the national anthem when he was done. He was like, oh, that didn't land? I guess it's because I had to follow the national anthem. It's like, that dude is to comedy what Tucker Carlson is to journalism, who then came up on stage later to also say horrible things. And sandwiched between those two awful dudes was a guy who just gestured to the crowd and said, this is a Nazi rally. He was also doing a comedy routine. We're in this cool meta post-comedy phase where jokes don't require there to be laughter for them to be jokes. You just say horrible things into a microphone, and then you very disgruntledly go, oh, I thought this was America. I thought I could say whatever I want. Interesting strategy during an election that Donald Trump has admitted into a microphone he's paid pollsters to give him good polls for a week before he needs, like, a lot of Puerto Rican people to vote for him in the state of Pennsylvania, where quite a few of them live. Anyway, as always, get out there, vote, and not for the guy running the fascist rally calling part of America a garbage island. And not for his Russian-backed spoiler candidate either. Okay, good talk.